Hello and welcome back to our HIP New World Order series in Crusader Kings 2. In our last episode we just finished a couple of de jure wars over here to take a duchy from Flanders and one from Venice, which brings us pretty close to our de jure borders over here in the western part of the realm. We have just one duchy I think to take from Flanders over here, and then we have a chunk of land to take from Venice, and we'll be at our de jure borders basically. Somehow a county over here has become the possession of Flanders as well, so we're going to have to deal with that too. But we do also have a slight vassal limit problem to deal with thanks to these new counts that we have in here, so let's do that. We can create the Duchy of Bar here and just give it to one of these characters. And that will get rid of a couple of these vassals. Yeah, we'll give it to this guy. And in the other duchy of Luxembourg, or Lutzelburg, we already have the Duke as our vassal, but he doesn't have the counties under him that he's supposed to have, so we'll just transfer them to him. And that will take care of that. Alright, so it seems like our lower Crown Authority faction has pretty much been taken care of by the releasing of the Duke of Austria. Everyone was pretty happy that we did that. But I'm still going to go ahead and use our carousing focus to have a party and hopefully improve some more opinions, or improve opinions a bit further. I will invite all of these people who are in the factions, except for you. Preparing a small feast apparently. And we'll invite various other of our powerful vassals as well, to make sure that they're happy. I'm not sure if you got already invited. I'm guessing you did because the option is not available. And we'll invite the Duke of Austria. Show him there's no hard feelings about that whole arrest thing. Okay, everyone accepting so far. Except for the Duke of Brabant, who is possibly going to be the only person to not accept. Okay, granddaughter was born to our daughter, Princess Damiana, and her new strong husband. The daughter is herself a genius, not strong though. Still pretty good though. I'll accept it. And our Chancellor is not doing anything. Apparently I didn't give him a job. We'll see which of our vassals we need to have him work on. I guess this guy, he's the one with a negative opinion, or we can work on the Margrave of Bowman. May as well do that one. And Suomi is doing things. And we can invest in culture tech. I guess we'll get noble customs. Also help with vassal opinion. May as well get legalism too. Not that I think it actually does anything for us. And let's have a look at what's going on with the Ilkhanate and the Golden Horde and the Seljuks over here. So the Golden Horde is 18% in their war. It looks like the Ilkhanate is going to win first, though, so they're going to take Perm. I'm not sure what happens then to the Golden Horde's war for Perm. Whether it gets invalidated or whether they continue it against the Ilkhanates. Who knows? I guess we'll find out. The twists and turns of Euphrosyna's tongue and the white lies she uses to make friends is making my head spin. How can such a young lass be able to lie so well? I guess we wouldn't mind if she was deceitful, really. She's probably not going to be our heir at this point. Maybe we'll try to make her honest, actually. We didn't. She became deceitful. Okay, that's fine, too. Your guests have arrived for the private feast you have arranged. It's time to let the carousing and merriment begin. Let's get it started. So even with those new duchies, we are still pretty close to our vassal limit. We might want to think about creating another vassal king or queen to reduce this down a bit. Several days of feasting together, and you have several times caught Bruno looking at you in that special way. Oh. Finally, after a late cup of wine, he puts his arms around you and whispers a delicious proposal in your ear. So we can say yes, get this character had a great time, giving us extra diplomacy and general opinion, or we can say no, and the Duke will be suitably unhappy. I don't know, how do we feel about our husband? I mean, he's a pretty good character. He's a strong, genius Crusader. Can't be said to have any faults at all, basically. He's a scholarly theologian, so maybe he's kind of boring. We aren't in love with him, so sure. Let's accept the Duke's delicious proposal. Okay, another conversion. Let's check on how Jerusalem is doing, religiously speaking. Pretty well. The reveling and carousing is over for now. Time to get back to real life. Well, it was fun. We get extra diplomacy and 20 prestige. And you still have some factions. This Countess is in 2 of them, so we can improve her opinion while she's losing the opinion penalty for having raised levies. So that's going down. We probably have sent her a gift already. Don't have honorary titles, so there's not much we can really do about her for the moment. Her ambition is to seek fame and glory, so I don't think we can help her achieve that. If she wanted to get married, we could help her out, but I guess she's maybe a little old for that. My ward, Rafaela, is inquisitive and asks so many questions it is hard to answer them all. I try my best, and for every answer I give, she seems to like me even more, so we become close friends, gain a little prestige, which is good. Another county converted down there, which is also good. And our income is actually still fairly positive, even though we're still reinforcing this retinue. Actually, it's mostly reinforced. When I introduced my friend to Princess Rafaela, I had high hopes. I hoped they would become fast friends so we could spend time together, the 3 of us. So I guess it's my sister. Also becoming friends with my daughter, which is nice. We're a distinguished commander by now, actually. I I don't think there are any notification events about gaining higher ranks of these command traits, but try to keep an eye on it if we can. We need to appoint a new court chaplain. So I guess this bishop is going to be the man for the job. We'll send him down to somewhere here that hasn't been converted yet. We have a new Duchess of Lower Saxony. Okay, she's 0 years old, so not going to be a problem. And we have a new Duke of Saxony-Wittenberg as well, who is not too unhappy with me. He likes me because I had a great time. I guess word's gotten around. Alright, well we do want to do something about this county up here that Flanders somehow took. Do we have a claim on that? And no, we have a claim here, we have a claim there. No, okay. But we should be able to take it in a de jure claim. Unfortunately, we have a truce with Flanders, of course, since that last war. And with Venice as well, who are our other main target for expansion. After 100 years under the Kingdom of Franken, the Archbishopric of Bamberg is no longer considered a de jure part of the Kingdom of Bayern. Okay. So speaking of kingdoms, we should probably go ahead and create one. Unfortunately, all of this de jure drift has been sort of reducing the size of some of these kingdoms. I guess we could make Kingdom of Bohemia, which would actually only get rid of one vassal for us. We could make Saxony, which would take care of several, actually. We could maybe even transfer Saxony-Wittenberg under Saxony, even though it's no longer a de jure part of that kingdom. I think that might be the best one. We could also make Lothringen, but we still have another duchy to collect over there, so maybe we want to do that. And another downside of doing that one is the vassal merchant republic we have in here. If we granted this to a king, then we wouldn't be getting nearly as much income from them, since they'd be buried under an additional layer of vassalage. And we're making a nice amount of money from them, so I'd prefer to keep them directly under me if possible. I guess we could grant the kingdom to the Republic, but I don't really want to do that. That sounds like a recipe for trouble. So I think the Kingdom of Saxony is going to be the one we create. Costs us 200 gold, 200 piety, or thereabouts. Gives us 400 prestige. We will choose who to give it to. Probably not an archbishop. This Duke of Holstein, maybe? He's an okay character. Or the Duchess here. Already quite happy with me. Or I guess we could give it to this Margrave. Let's give it to the Duchess. Although she's already married to my brother. That could be messy. I don't know if giving the kingdom to her is going to make that better or worse. Maybe we'll just give it to this Duke instead. So he gets all of those people as vassals. He is not getting Magdeburg, apparently, for some reason. We could just transfer that to him manually. And we may as well transfer this Duke as well, manually. For now, we'll just give that to him. So who are you underneath? Me directly. Okay, we'll transfer that vassalage. And was there something else? Now, where are you? Down here. No, definitely not. Okay. And we could transfer... oh, I guess we probably can't actually transfer this because it's not de jure. Okay, that's fine anyway. So we've gotten down to 26 out of 36 of our vassal limit, which is considerably better. And of course the king is extremely happy with me. for elevating him. After a pleasant evening with a very special friend of mine, I found my purse empty. Luckily, I didn't carry that much gold with me. I will not visit that brothel again. Okay, we lose 33 gold. That's fine, I suppose. Lately, you notice that many of your courtiers like interjecting sexual puns and wordplay into daily conversations. Speaking about cocks when they mean chickens, for instance. How childish. This fad is overdone, you feel, and it makes your courtiers look like stupid, immature youths trying to make themselves seem more entertaining and witty than they really are. We can say, actually, I like them, and our courtiers here, one of whom is a prisoner, I think? My courtiers like me more, we lose prestige, and we get pun lover, giving extra general opinion. We can say these sinners are too cocky, which would annoy them all. We can arrogantly look down on them, which will also annoy them all, or silently disapprove. I think we'll say that we like them. Hey, this guy, Folkmar, claims that he would be a better marshal than Count Franz. Oh, really? Well, I don't think I want to fire Count Franz. Though he has been kind of troublesome in the past. He does like me quite a lot right now. And Folkmar here is not landed, and he's only slightly better anyway, so... Tell him that we rule in this empire. We need to appoint a new treasurer, though, and let's appoint our daughter Damiana, why not? I think she's the best person for the job. And because nepotism. And let's see what's going on with the Golden Horde, if anything, over here. Okay, Golden Horde 18% in favor. Still at 93 in the Ilkhanate War. Or Ilkhanate. And also there's a peasant revolt going on, which is not really a big deal. So who knows what's going on. These guys are down to 28,000 troops. Seljuks are at 94,000. And the Golden Horde, if we can find them, have 0 troops. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Where does this guy live? Somewhere in here, okay. My sister, the Queen of Jerusalem, has asked me to spend some quality time in Tour de David. I'm sure the idea is for me to become better friends with my brother, the Prince Gebhard of the Holy Roman Empire. I mean, he's my brother, I guess. But sure, that sounds nice. We can become friends with our brother. I think we're friends with both of our siblings now, which is pretty nice. Alright, so they're county converted. So pretty good progress here happening, I think. Probably over halfway converted. Starting to think that my son-in-law might fancy me. No. I don't mind the brothel visits and the dalliances with our dukes, but not our son-in-law. Come on now. He's not my type. Alright, so unfortunately I don't think we're able to declare too many more de jure wars anytime soon. Unless, no, Treviso here is not a de jure part of our realm. All the rest of the land is held by either Flanders or Venice, whom we both have truces with. So I guess what we could do is just try to plot to kill one of those characters to shorten the truces a bit. And that's actually my vassal. Let's see if we can find actual Flanders. So it looks like we'd probably be able to kill her. So let's get this started. May have to hand out some bribes to get it done. But we can afford that. See where this gets us. Over 100. The crickets are chirping and singing quite loudly tonight, more so than usual. This is a rather odd occurrence. Maybe it's a bad omen, like another comet, or perhaps it's a good one. You can say their music is beautiful and gain 1 piety, or say we can't sleep and it's terrible and lose prestige. We'll gain the piety. Why not? Actually, we might even get over 200%. I think it's important that my ward gain a better understanding of the arts and sciences. A well-rounded person will always do better after all, so the child is made to read texts on subjects ranging from natural philosophy to history and theology. Not that I expect the child to understand it all, so she'll gain 1 learning. Alright then. So our plot is probably going to get over 200. You have been approached by several influential burgher families from Hamburg. They are seeking your blessing to establish the Hanseatic League, a trade confederation that will operate along the Empire's northern shores. By sanctioning this and turning Hamburg into a free imperial city, you could stand to profit greatly from their trade. I don't know if this is going to make a second vassal merchant republic up here. Well, let's do it anyway. The king, I'm assuming the king of Saxony up here, is not going to like it, but that's okay. The rise of the Hansa. Several German merchant guilds and trade cities along the shores of northern Europe have come together in Null to form the Hanseatic League with the blessing of the Kaiserin. This loose confederation of free imperial cities is dedicated towards the continued prosperity of its members and the mutual defense of any merchant vessels flying its flag. Their eventual and unstated goal, of course, is to one day completely dominate all trade along the Baltic and North Seas. That's bound to ruffle some feathers. Oh, we have a new Duke of Austria. Okay. It's fine too. I don't know if that resulted in another trade republic existing. Probably not. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that, if anything. But we're out of time for this episode, so to end it here, thanks for watching, and join me again next time.